Hi, I'm Ricky and I'm here with Nympherno. We are pro skiers, as you can see.
Yes,
I just wanted to ask them a few questions about what they've been up to. Where did it start from? Where was the roots of Nympherno?
Well, we just left the room.
The guy who literally just left the room.
Legendary Big Grey who just left the room. He taught. Kate, Kelly and I used to be in a group before where we did mostly horror shows, this kind of thing.
This kind of blood stuff. Yeah.
And
that's where we learned all about that.
And we kind of wanted to become something a bit more.
Expand our horizons.
And we knew Big Grey and Simon and Sharon and a few other people.
Performers.
And we used to tour with other performers and a whole big circus crew. Yeah. And we wanted to be a bit better, expand our horizons, and they taught us fire.
Get a bit more work as well, isn't it? Wanted to get out there and do a few more jobs. I mean, there's only so many jobs you can do. Hey, well, we get covered in blood and like spit hearts around. Well, we do fire shows, blind shows, stilt shows, pyro shows.
Yeah, and then we met Amy, who had the same mindset. So she was exactly what we wanted and needed, and we were what she wanted and needed, and so we came together.
And then Nympherno was born, and then we never came apart.
Yeah,
we're still here. That was actually by golden syrup.
Yeah.
That was actually about 4 years ago now that Nympherno started.
4 glorious years.
And we've come so far from cage dancing and
rock clubs
to performing all over the world, literally all over the world, all continents, doing fire and stilts and grinding, and it's been a great journey.
It's been a pleasure from start to finish. Well, not to finish, but from start to finish.
How did it take to learn your skill sets?
That's interesting. It's an interesting question because it does depend on what you consider the skill as well. Because I mean, a lot of
how far you want to take it.
The basics are fairly simple.
The basics of fire breathing, for example, are very simple. The technique is easy to learn.
Hard to master.
Hard to master, absolutely. Like performing it, not looking scared of the fire. Making it look grand, and being confident. Those are things you can't really teach.
At the same time, you and I picked it up immediately.
Yeah.
These two did it, but then you two have
But then I learned other things. But
then
Kate learned fire eating immediately, and it took me a long time because mind over matter. I was like, that's on fire. Don't put that in your mouth. It's awful.
And the hoop, you're very good with.
Me
and Amy are like
different skills,
different horses.
But also, I think the biggest skill that carries us all through is the ability to adapt.
Yeah.
We walk into a venue and a lot of the time, you get booked for a job and you want to take the job and you don't know
get low ceilings, small spaces, short
or
power,
no dressing rooms, or whatever, and you just kind of go, I can work with this.
Yeah.
I can fit my show around this.
What have you been up to this year?
This summer we had an amazing summer. We went to Croatia twice, once to perform at a festival, once to film a music video. We did Hellfest for the 2nd year running, which is a huge metal festival in France. Probably the biggest. We love it there.
Can I fangirl for a second? We met Phil Anselmo.
We did.
I don't know if this means anything to you.
Kelly, we didn't meet Phil Anselmo.
He's our best friend.
He's our best friend.
He's our best friend.
He's our best friend. We didn't even talk to him.
Korn invited us to watch them side of stage. That was pretty sweet.
You freaked out Danko Jones.
We freaked him out.
We upset Danko. Well, I upset Danko Jones.
Over-sexualised Danko Jones.
In a friendly way.
Have you come across any injuries or any kind of
issues?
A few. There's been a few
talk about
singes, a few singes.
I have burnt both of my eyelids. One worse than the other.
I'm minus a fringe.
Lost a few eyelashes, a few eyebrow hair.
Set fire to a corset.
I
got burnt off half a tit.
That was good. That was good times. I got pushed off my stilts by a an 8'4" gimp.
I burnt my lungs out, which was nice.
Oh, I had an ankle grinding rod burn through my stomach.
Hang on. I have to say though.
Don't try that at home.
This is. I wouldn't say it's hazards of the job. I mean, we've been at this 4 years and we've listed maybe 6 things that have ever happened.
Yeah, it was very many
out of a ridiculous amount of shows, to be fair, because very hot on health and safety. It's you know, those little burns and those little nicks that remind you that what we do is actually very dangerous.
Fatal
in some cases, and people come away with a lot worse than us because they don't know what they're trying to do, and nor have they been properly served.
A lot of things where we've done shows with people who have had much worse injuries, and we've seen that and go, okay, that's something you need to.
That's something you don't want to do.
And we have near misses.
It's nicer to learn from other people's mistakes
rather than your own mistakes.
By this point, we're pretty much in the know.
I'm not doing that again. Dick. I feel like almost like it's when you come through 4 years of performing, it's almost at this point where odds and sods start happening because you're so confident. We've had such a good safety record that you start going, you know.
I do forget that fire burns sometimes.
Because you get so good at it, you forget that actually, you know, it's very hot.
It's a power tool, and it
it's a power tool, and it might,
sometimes you don't even realise the adrenaline when you're on stage.
Oh my god,
I've burnt my mouth a lot of times just having fire in my mouth for too long because I've got all cocky on stage and I'm like, oh, check me out, woo! I go on stage and I'm like, oh, it really hurts.
You particularly, I know you get on stage and you just don't feel it.
You actually don't. It's a weird thing.
Ultimately, the best thing about us, and one thing that sets us aside from all other groups, is that we, and without sounding like a soppy twat, we are best friends. The four of us are so close. Nympherno could not exist without any one of us.
Our relationship.
And none of us is interchangeable.
When we based it on when we started, we were like, let's not have a group where we don't like
each
other.
We get so many messages of girls going, can we join, can we? And we're like, no, it's not an open group, there's no room for discussion. It's the four of us or it's nothing.
When you have to spend 15 hours on the road with 3 other people, God, you want to like them.
And then several days.
Yeah, and then 4 days without a shower.
And also, you want to have the freedom to tell them what you think.
You want to say, no, that sucks.
Which you only get with friendship.
How does it feel to be part of the alternative scene?
Amazing.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Amazing, because it's such a minority.
Really, really natural.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's all we've ever done, really.
Between the four of us,
way before we had
anything else, you know, when we were all ugly ducklings, you know, and that's why we walking around in clown trousers with about 900 chains and some awful hairdo. You know, it was all about the music, and it still is.
Between the four of us, we're deeply rooted in alternative culture. Hayley presents a rock radio show. Kate is an incredibly talented artist who does a lot of alternative work. Kelly works for Kate's Clothing, which is a huge internet alternative clothing agency.
I mess around with bags and shoes.
I dipped in and out of different record labels and magazines interning. We love that culture, and it's our passion.
It's entirely our
and it's not just something that we've kind of gone, oh, let's just do that.
It just happens to be that the kind of bands we like, it works so well with them, with our fire and stuff. This is what we just love going on stage.
It's what influenced us as well. It's what makes us want to do it. Is that we listen to tracks and think, God, I'd love to throw some fire out.
Who doesn't want to go on stage with their favourite band?
What do you hold in the future for Nympherno? What is your aspirations looking
That's such a hard question.
More of the same?
To be perfectly honest, we've achieved so much, more than probably any of us thought would.
Yeah, way more than we thought was going to happen.
Phil Anselmo is our best friend, for example.
We're our best friends. Devin Townsend's our best friends.
This is like
Lordy are our best friends.
This is like
what we want to do is just
do
more of the same, make it better, make it more original, make it bigger, and just
keep pushing forward.
Just
really.
keep surprising people, because every time we do something cool, they're like, oh my God, is that Nympherno? Like with Lordy on a sold out tour, that's amazing. Oh, is that Nympherno with Devin Townsend in a sold out show at the Roundhouse? Like things that people don't expect, and it's amazing, and we're so happy, and we just keep plugging away.
It's going to get better, and we'll see. Well, I mean, we didn't plan any of this. It just kind of keeps happening and keeps getting better.
I think also it's fair to point out. There's a lot of fire around now, not with us, there's a lot of other groups popping up all over the world, and that's how it is. When something's popular, it becomes bigger, and I kind of take that as a bit of a duff of the hat, if you like, you know, like, oh, they can do it, why can't we? But ultimately, we just want to do our own thing and be successful at what we're good at.
I think it's worth pointing out that we're big fangirls.
Yeah.
We're big fangirls. It's not that we go to these places to kind of do a job and get paid and go home. We go to these places because we, oh my god, want to be at these places.
When we get the really big jobs, we proper freak out.
On that note, I'd like to say a big thank you to Nympherno.
Oh, thank you, Ricky.
Thank you very much. We hope to see you soon.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers. We fully support people getting their bums out all over the world.